Hi, I'm Michelle Blank, IFBB Pro Fitness Competitor. I'm here in Yulee, Florida at Ironworks Gym, getting ready for the Arnold Classic, the Fitness International. We are 9 weeks out right now. I'm so excited. I can't wait and so honored that I got invited. Today we're going to be working on back, so you'll see me go through some of my back exercises, including rack pull, wide lat pull downs, wide seated rows, and some other things, and a little bit of biceps at the end. Today we did back, and I spent about 5 days a week lifting various body parts, or usually break it down: legs, then back, chest, bicep, tricep, and shoulders. And then 2 to 3 times a week I practiced my routine, and I just choreographed my routine last weekend in Atlanta with Nicole Duncan, and we're all wishing her a fast recovery as she's coming off her injury from the Olympia. She's doing great. She was cracking me up with what she was doing, helping me choreograph my routine last weekend, and I'm excited to show what we put together. But I'll practice that 2 to 3 times a week, and then of course we got cardio to bring that body fat down a bit to get in show condition. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot of training, especially mixed in with all the work I do with my career. So I eat, I train, I work. In 2012, I was also invited to the Arnold Classic. Unfortunately, I was injured and got a calf injury, and I had to pull out of the Arnold Classic. The one good thing that came out of that is I did meet Jim Hoskinson, and he is the owner of Ironworks Gym. He owns this gym here in Yulee as well as Callahan. At the time, he also had a gym in Brunswick. He helped me a great deal in helping me to heal my injury and to regain a lot of the strength I lost due to my injury in my legs. And as a result, came back strong last year. Initially last year, I was supposed to be doing women's physique, as that's what I did when I was injured. I couldn't do the fitness routines with a torn calf muscle, and I also was healing some hamstrings as a result of that. I thought I was going to go into last year doing women's physique, and that's what Jim and I trained for, along with my coach Tracy Greenwood, who helps me with all my competition preparations. Until about 3 weeks out from the Orlando Europa, and we decided it was time to go back to where my heart belongs, and I got to go back to fitness. My body was healed enough where I could go forward in working a routine, and as a result, I competed back in fitness in Toronto back in June of 2013, and I placed second. I was so excited just to be back on the fitness stage, doing what I love to do, and it was a great experience, and placing second was amazing. My next competition was the Tampa Pro, which I had a great deal of help putting that show on the schedule, as it initially was not part of our fitness schedule for 2013. And while I was preparing for physique, I worked along with Tim Gardner to get Tampa to have fitness, pro fitness. And I was so excited that now that I was back in fitness, I was able to compete in that competition. And it turned out to be my first professional win. It was such an incredible weekend and a great experience, and the number of girls that showed up for that competition in the fitness division was absolutely incredible, and we all brought excellent routines, and we all got along so well. We're just such a great sisterhood, and I'm so excited for 2014 because now we have numerous shows on the schedule, and we hope to just keep fitness growing and letting everyone know how great this division is and how exciting it can be. So it takes a lot of work to put competitions on for any show. So the promoters have a lot of work to do. They have to get sponsors. They need to pay the sanction fees and things to the organization. And it's not just up to the promoters and the sponsors to get these shows put on. It's up to us as competitors. And that's pretty much what I learned along the way. And that's how I was like, I'm not going to sit back and just say, okay, we don't have any shows. This stinks. You know, we have to do something. And I got together with my fellow fitness competitors, and we tried to brainstorm and come up with some things, and just reaching out to sponsors and trying to get them on board, and the promoters, because they're out there. It's just a matter of putting some work in. And it worked out very well for Tampa. And it wasn't just to stop there, though. Like, even after we have the show on the books, it's important for us to still recognize those promoters and those sponsors for giving us a place to get on that stage. And we definitely, as a whole fitness division, came out as a group and tried to thank all those that supported us along the way and continue to support us. And I think that shows as far as the additional shows that we see coming on the schedule in 2014. But we're not done. Now we need to go out there and help get more competitors to join us, and that's in the amateur level. So we need to reach out to all those individuals out there that might be interested in competing in fitness division, letting them know what we do. You know, you don't have to be a gymnast or a cheerleader or a dancer, but you need a passion to try to challenge yourself and learn new skills, and you want to do a performance pretty much, and just learn what you can do and challenge yourself while you're doing it, and have a great time, because the fitness division is a lot of fun. Yes, it's a lot of work, but you get to create your own routine, put your personality in it, and it just really sets it apart from the other divisions, being able to do that. And I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited to do my new routine that I just choreographed last week at the Arnold Classic. There are so many reasons to compete, and just what placing you get is not my top reason for competing. I really enjoy the experiences I get from each competition, as well as the people I get to meet, the places I get to go, and just how I have the opportunity to inspire others from all over the world. And it doesn't have to be someone who will ever be on stage again, or ever. Just the opportunity to potentially give them some motivation, whether they know what I'm doing on stage or not, but they can see it in how I look. I also love being part of the industry. I go to as many shows as I possibly can, not just to get my face seen. No, I want to go see the people. They're my friends, they're my family. And I even work the shows. I'll do expediting, such as down at Dexter Jackson. I help him out with a couple of his shows, and I love working with him and Gail. To Protan, who's, yes, they're my sponsor, but I asked them to let me work with them at the national level shows, and it's a great experience for me to get to be face to face with the potential up and coming pros and the individuals who are hitting the national stage for the first time. It just really helps light my fire by being able to do that. I mean, it's hard work, but it's great being there, and of course working with Carla, who was there from the time I started, and you're seeing her smiling face before I got on stage really helped me to put that finishing touch so I could show my confidence on stage. And I want to be that person too for somebody else. And then there's CJ. Her suits are amazing, and she's been there for me since I started as well. And you'll find her at the national shows backstage helping every single body. It doesn't matter if it's her suit or not. And it's just amazing. There's lots of people in the industry that do that. You know, the expediters, you know, all of them have jobs outside of this industry, and yet they come back year after year to get us on stage in order. And you know, we're all just a big, huge family, and it's being part of the whole process is absolutely amazing. To see it from the backstage angle, it's priceless to me, and I enjoy it thoroughly. And so there's just so much to get out of competing, and it's not just about challenging yourself and the placings, but it's the whole experience. My mind is just in such a better place than it was last year. I was excited about doing physique last year, but again, my heart was in fitness, and then it was a whirlwind once I decided to go back into fitness. There was many things going through my mind. You know, is my body really ready for this? And trying to quickly put together a routine and everything going into Toronto, and choreographing it on my own, and it was just many different things, and going back and forth. Was it the right thing to do with my body as far as my injuries I have? And it's not just about competing. My career in law enforcement is number one to me in between the two, and I need to be physically in shape and able to do my job. And I love my job, and currently teach defensive tactics and rest techniques at the academy, which I absolutely love. I get to train those who protect our country, and I get to mold them into officers and agents, and I take that very seriously, and it's very important to me. So it's not just about myself. So that all played in when I was deciding whether going back into fitness. So it was a mental issue as far as whether I was going to fitness or not. And then even when I was preparing for the competitions, just that, mental game you play. And lucky enough, I've discovered the book In the Pursuit of Excellence back actually when I was going into my first Olympia in 2011, which really helped me back then just stay focused and work on any distractions and things like that. And I continue before going into shows, going back to that book, and just it helps remind myself of where my mind needs to be and to stay on a positive road. And there's ups and downs in this journey, but you can learn something from everything and just continue to move forward, and great things will happen. And I gotta say, this year I learned a lot throughout the prep from last year as far as how to balance my work and my injuries with getting ready for a fitness competition. And by the end of the year, I felt that I had kind of gotten a very good balance with that. And now going into this year, I feel I'm in the best place I've been mentally, physically. I have been in a while, and I'm excited for what 2014 has to bring, and looking forward to a successful one, which might involve many competitions, including the Arnold Classic, hopefully Brazil, and the Arnold Brazil, and then going into Toronto and Chicago, and onward to the Olympia is what I'm looking for.
Ups and downs, the pride of being a winner who did not give up fundamental values.
Well, I want to thank Ironworks Gym and Jim Hoskinson for letting us use the facilities today for this great video, and Muscular Development for having me. And hopefully you'll see me sometime this year helping Muscular Development with some interviews like I did last year. And of course we got ProTan, the tanning company that I love working for as well. CJ with the incredible soup she provides. Metabolic Nutrition, it helps me out with some of my protein. Absolute Fuel with my fat burner. 6-pack bags, which you probably will see me doing some handstands at their booth during the Arnold. And just all my family and friends that support me throughout this. It's definitely a roller coaster ride up and down from one day to the next, and without their love and support, it would not be possible nor as meaningful to me. So just thank you so much, everyone. And of course, I cannot forget Tracy Greenwood, my coach. She gets me on stage looking the way I need to be looking and provides me the mentoring that I need to keep me on track. And I would not be where I am today without her. So thank you so much, Tracy. And you can find me on the internet at premayfit.com or on Facebook, as well as on Instagram. It's For Love of Fitness, because, I love fitness.